Okay guys, let's learn how to deadlift properly or just to hinge your hip. It's a very important movement in the whole life, to be honest, not only in the fitness, and then to care about your health, about your lower back and about your hip. You're supposed to know how to properly hinge your hip. It sometimes might be a problem where your legs are just too tight because you never actually look after them, you've never done any mobilization exercise, never done any stretches. So the case might be that your body won't be able to even do the proper movement. But you have to work on what you've got. So if you can't make a full deadlift position, so you can't go all the way down with a nice position of your back, just start from here. If that's still too hard, start from there and work only on that movement. Obviously during the trying to get in a little bit lower, you still have to work on the mobility of your legs, of your hip and of your back to get to the position on the very bottom at some point. It might take you a little bit of time, but it's worth it because it's about your health, okay? So there's a few ways of trying to get that hinge properly, where I'm teaching my clients during the deadlift sessions. So ideally you want to get in a position where we hold the bar just under your knees. We need to get them fit. So as we had with the squats, it's the same principles. We want that arch in your feet, your shins rotating out and they're pointing out, your knee rotates out and they pushed out as well. So we want that position in here, making sure we've got enough space to push them knees out. We want that nice rotation in your elbows and shoulders. So as you imagine, you're going to break the bar here, and then once we've got that, we literally just squat and push your hip forward. Okay, so we try to reverse the movement. We keep your core straight and tight. First you hinge, lower the bar down, and then you can lower your bum. Okay, so let's see from the side. So we set up normally from the very bottom, so you want to have that nice squat, get your shins vertical. Obviously once there's a little bit more where you can lean on that, it makes it a little bit easier. Get that rotation in your shoulders, rotation in your feet and your knees out. Keep your core tight, and then we just stand up here, pushing the hip forward and squeezing that bum. Don't stop rotating your shoulders back. Don't let the weight just pull you back down. You fight against it with the nice rotation. You keep breaking the bar. You keep rotating your feet out and squeezing your bum. I advise you to skip that point where a lot of people pushing their hip forward and squeezing the back, lifting the chest up. So you lost already the stability in your core. You lost that tension here and you lifted your chest, which means you keep breaking your lower back now. And then obviously you've got lots of weight in your hands, and that's extra weight on your disc. So we're avoiding that point. We're keeping a straight body, nice rotation in your legs and your arms, and the core engage, neck back. Okay, so remember that the top of the movement, we don't do that. We stay at the very top, squeezing your bum and rotating your shoulders, keeping the core the same length. On the way down, we're trying to hinge your hip, and that's what we were talking about. So it's very important we don't deadlift it here, and we're trying to keep the knees in the same position. And the first movement is the hinge. So the bar is very close to your body, actually touching your legs until you pass the knee level. Then you can lower your bum down. Okay, and then when we start deadlifting, again, core, load your hips with the weight, rotate your shoulders, neck back, and then we keep pushing up, squeezing your hip at the top.